April 28 marked the National Day of Mourning in Canada, where across the country, people spent the day spreading the message on how to prevent death and injury in the workplace. In Toronto, laborers and other members of the community gathered behind City Hall to remember some of the workers who were lost over the past year. They also called for stricter penalties and accountability for employers who failed to make workplace safety a priority, with many people holding up signs that read, "Kill a worker, go to jail." Toronto and York Region Labour Council Vice President Andrea Babington spoke to the DCN about the hardships workers go through after suffering an injury.
When they're injured and then it's another level of poverty. If you can't work, it's an issue. I know with my experience we have seen lots of injured workers who know that if they report the injuries, then they're out of a job. The employer either don't want them, and the WSIB does not do enough to make sure that those workers come first. And so it's really important having injured workers coming out to tell some of those stories about what's happening to their co-workers and themselves as well.
Many injured workers find a hard time getting any kind of assistance, whether it's workers' compensation or health care coverage. This is also an issue laborers are fighting for.
We're just as committed for justice, and all injured workers really need to have access to workers' compensation, access to health care coverage, and then at the end of the day, access to financial resources. Because a lot of injured workers do get cut off, and that's not fair.
For the full story on this year's Day of Mourning, visit the DCN online and follow us on Twitter. I'm Andre Wajaja for the Daily Commercial News.